Hey, everybody. Well, I've got some news about Reverend Sol. Annie Bear, thank you. I started talking to Inga about stuff, and she had come downstairs and forgot that I had done this. Yes, he has walked on, and it was an amazing adventure, his lifetime. Just amazing. So he is quite an unusual being, isn't he? And I'm holding his crystal here. One of them he gave me. So, an amazing teacher and mentor and friend, dear, dear friend. So, we're all going to miss him, I know. He's interesting being, funny and smart and filled with light and strength. Good morning, Danny. I got a text from BC this morning after we finished meditation, and she let me know that he had walked on. I like the way that Annie puts it, that he is here but not in his body. And hey, Gina. Yeah. So, it's funny because, well, it's not funny. It's synchronistic, isn't it? Right, Richie? It is so sad, isn't it? Oh, Jennifer, thank you, honey. Thank you for being so kind about moving the reading too. Yeah. So he lived his life his way, didn't he? And it's quite interesting. He lived in a house. It was his parents' house. I don't know if it was his grandparents' house too. I don't think so. I think it was just his parents' house, and he had inherited it, and it was a big, huge, rambling house. And it was filled to the rim with beautiful things, beautiful altars everywhere. Oh, Jennifer, he was holding your hand on Wednesday. That's so beautiful, honey. Yeah. And beautiful paintings, beautiful altars, beautiful crystals, books. He had thousands of pounds of crystals that he moved down to Arkansas. And so he did a clean out of that house, didn't leave it there for his family. Oh, George passed, honey. He walked on today, Fatima. Yeah. Tyler's upset about it. Yeah, all that work to move, but now, it's at BC's house. They were partners. And yeah, Reverend Sol passed away, honey. So now he can hi book. Yeah, George. And I felt him this morning and last night. He's been with me a lot lately. And I've been pulling out his pendulum, and he had told me just keep it until I come get it. And I kind of knew that it was going to be here forever for me. So, yeah, it's a big, big effing week, right? Yeah. So, he left us lots of reminders of him. And he, BC was telling me, he didn't want me to know that he was going to pass, and didn't want her to tell me. And he made sure that when she talked to me that he was in the room with her, which was so sweet. He's so tenderhearted, such a kind man. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Richie. Yeah. It was one of my favorite shows to do too. His energy was just amazing, wasn't it? Did I say that this morning, Book? That I felt like he was leaving? Yeah, he's in a good place. He's here. He's with all of us. So, anyway, so this morning's meditation with Azrael and us seeing all the entities that were leaving the planet and coming in. It's really important. I think most of the cats were rehomed before he left. I think Mr. Handsome got rehomed. He might have moved with him, but I don't know if BC would let the cats in the house or not. She just because she's a healer and she has a lot of people that come to her. And she has a healing room and she's quite busy. So I don't know if she could have cats in the house or not because of that. But anyway, so BC will be on soon, I hope, whenever she's ready. But so he moved all the crystals down there and the altars. And they were going to set up a temple, a museum. So hopefully BC still does it if she wants to. Teresa, you're heavy as a cat too. Yeah. Yeah. Have to have a cat, right, Teresa? Yeah, you were in Egypt with the cats. That's why. Anyway. So yeah, I've been taking this puppy out for a drive a lot lately. And yeah. Yeah. And Fatima, we had a vision of that too when we were on there today. So he's dancing. He's dancing like crazy in the afterworld. So yeah. Celebrate the difference that George made, right? Yeah. So I was really happy to get this. Okay. So he's talking about the everything that we did today in the vortices that we were working with. So he liked that. And that's how he'll be back. He'll be coming in and out. Lots of love to BC, right? BC is such a beautiful, sweet, kind soul. And they were so beautiful together. Om Tu Jati, Preem, 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 Reverend Sol, right? Om Ti Jati, Om Ti Jati, Om Ti Jati, Preem, 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 Reverend Sol. Yeah, Ananda. So he's going to be remembered for a long time. Amazing man. BC was telling me, yeah, BC is the kindest soul, isn't she, Gina? Yeah. So we'll have to get his books out and whatnot and go through them and go through all the mantras. What a difference he made. Hey, Sal. George has passed. He walked out, as Annie says. I love that. Yeah, it's been a real challenging week. So, but he's, I keep trying to tell you guys about this story that BC told me, which is the sweetest story I ever heard. He didn't want me to know that he was passing. And anyway, so the nurses were letting him go home, the doctors to go home to walk out that way. He wanted to be home and not with, they're in the hospital. So BC was driving him home and he said, well, we missed Valentine's Day. It was last night. He said, we missed Valentine's Day. How would you like to, let me take you out for Valentine's Day. She goes, oh, George, no. And he goes, yeah. So they ran by the house and got his walker. And they walked in to what's it called? Red Lobster. Yeah. Walked into Red Lobster, BC and George. And they sat down in a booth and he looked at her and he said, are you happy? And she said, yes, I am very happy. She said, are you happy? And he said, yes. And then he walked out of his body. So just so beautiful that, and poignant to walk out happy like that. And she said he did not want her to, um, you know, she felt like he didn't want to do it at home because of her, and then it would bring her sadness. And what a happy place to leave the planet. It's Red Lobster. I just have to kind of laugh because that's just George, isn't it? Are you happy? Yes, I'm happy. And walk on out. Best exit ever, right, Sal? We should all have such an exit at the Red Lobster, being happy. So it reminds me a lot of the monks. There's Buddhist monks. I think they're Tibetan Buddhists, and they practice this thing. It starts with an M. One of you probably know the name of it. And they walk out of their bodies like that too. They just go into a trance, and it's part of this tradition that it's said that if you leave your body in a state of grace, that your afterlife, going into the afterlife, is so much easier, and it elevates your purpose. It elevates your vibration on the other side as well. So, I mean, leaving at Red Lobster in a state of grace. Oh, thanks, book. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I've got everything put together. Yeah. Sal says, before I heard this, I thought it was Thelma and Louise at the Grand Canyon. Right? Yeah. Yeah. He knew what he did. He knew exactly what he was doing there. Yeah. So, anyway, he taught us a lot of stuff here for sure. Oh, Richie, I love you. For angels healing, Om Ti Jati times 33 trillion, angels of divine light shining bright day and night, beaming deep, deep green. Harita light times 9 to the 45th. To 4,572 second hertz. That's so beautiful, Richie. So I'm going to make some clips with him. Yeah, he did amazing work, didn't he? Amazing work. So anyway, yeah, the Red Lobster. We should all go out so well. I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful, joy-filled way to go. So we can think of George a lot and what he gave us, the wisdom, the light. And I love that he had such a great sense of humor with everything. And yeah, it would be great to do a montage of his good works, right? Yeah, for sure. So beautiful man. Anyway, not sure about the rest of the day. I'm still kind of thinking it over. I might call Allie and not do that one. After having lobster, please. Right, Book? I don't think they ordered. I think that was it. They had just sat down, from what I understand, but I could be wrong. Take a hot tub soak. And of course, it's snowing, cats and dogs outside. So I could take a hot tub soak. I've got a huge hat that I wear in the hot tub when it's raining or snowing. It's this big, ugly sun hat. Ingrid hates it. I love it. So, yeah, Teresa, that's a great idea. And we all need some lobster today. Yeah, Randy. Oh, thanks, honey. Yeah. It's just a crazy day. So crazy week. So I want all of you to be careful. And this is weird because I was watching Northern Exposure. I'm rewatching Northern Exposure at night before I go to bed. I love that show. And oh golly, I can't remember the indigenous nurse. She's a shaman, but he doesn't know it. The doctor. Anyway, And uh, she wouldn't come into work this week, and she said there's a wind blowing, a bad wind blowing, and everybody kept getting hurt, or their cars weren't working, or they were arguing. And she's the moose. Yeah, the moose. What's her name? Samantha? Was that her name, Annie? I can't remember. Anyway, there's a bad wind blowing. And I feel like right now we've got that wind blowing. It's, energy is neither bad nor good. It's just blowing. But yeah, be careful. Just everybody. Take care of yourselves. Hold your loved ones close by. Be happy. So I love that. I am happy. That's a beautiful, beautiful way to go. So anyway, well, things are building, right, Annie Bear? The power is building. Yeah. Love the cheesy biscuits, right? Seascape and Teresa? Yeah, the best. Go hug an animal in a tree. Yeah. I will. And I'm going to play with my crystals. So, I've got some other things that he gave me, and I'll share them with you guys one day. Some of the other stuff, some of the beads and the crystals, and he gave me this beautiful box. It's looks like a French Bombay chest or whatever they call them, but it's a little jewelry box. And his family had gotten it in France. It's just beautiful. Gonna break for me, right, Sal? Yeah. He did have a sparkle, didn't he, Annie? He was phenomenal. Yeah. Yeah. Book, thanks. I will feel what my heart wants to do. I'm not so sure I want to. Might be a good movie day. But he was a ladies' man when he was young, and he says, honey, he was a ladies' man till the time he passed and taking his partner on, taking BC out to dinner. Are you kidding me? For Valentine's Day. Yeah. Anyway, I think they'd been together for 10 years. So PJs and movies, right, Annie Bear? Yeah. Well, I told you this morning about my addiction, Candy Crush. So, yeah, I think Spirit wants me to stay in. So, all right, my friends. Well, I just wanted to let you know. Oh, Sonia, thanks. May George rest in peace and comfort to his family and friends. Yeah, love you all. So I hope I'm not on again like this. You know what? Let me give you her stuff because I've got it here. You can contact her. Let's see. Paul Rudy, Susan Lynn, BC Barton. Yeah. Grandmother BC at bcbarton9@gmail.com. So, yeah, feel free to contact BC. She'd love that, you guys. She would just love to hear from everybody. She follows our videos. And she'll be back on. Things come in threes, right? The parade, Navani, and George. So I hope we're done, but we'll see. I know that this year is going to be lots of changes. Lots of things coming in. So, yeah, if you want to contact BC, she'd love it. She'd love to hear from everybody. And she listens to us. And she said he was so proud of all of us and the work that we're doing. So he liked to listen to us. Loved it. All right, everybody. Well, y'all have a beautiful day. And sending you all lots and lots of love. Not so sure I'll be back on today. And you feel exposure is next of political. Annie Bear says, yeah. political players. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. And of galactics. Be a lot of exposure coming up. All right. Well, I love you all. And thank you for loving me. It makes me happy, as George would say. I am happy. All right. We'll see y'all later. Namaste.